The remake of How to Train Your Dragon is here. So today, let's rank all 4 of the How to Train Your Dragon films from worst to best. Leave your ranking down below. How would you rank all 4 of the How to Train Your Dragon films, the 3 animated ones and the live action film? I'm very excited for the remake of How to Train Your Dragon 2. There could be some pretty cool things they do with that film. Coming in last place, How to Train Your Dragon, the remake. This is pretty much just a shot-for-shot remake of that original animated film. Still has a lot of that emotional structure to it. The plot points are the same. It still has those thrilling sequences throughout. Hiccup and Toothless still have a really good relationship. It's pretty much that same exact movie. It doesn't really do anything different. There's no originality to this movie. I still liked it, but when you compare the animated film to the live action one, I'm most likely going to choose that animated film. And the animated film is superior in many ways, but the live action one does what it needs to do. The visuals are great. The performances are good. Really cool to see Gerard Butler return as Stoic. Mason Thames as Hiccup is really great. Nico Parker's fun as well. I also like that the director from the original animated film returned for this movie. So as a remake, it's a pretty faithful adaptation and I really liked it, and I hope that there could be more DreamWorks animated remakes just like this, following that same exact structure as their original animated film. I liked it, but since it didn't do anything really different, I have to put it at the bottom of the list, but I still think it is a solid live action remake. Coming in third place, How to Train Your Dragon 3. I like that they were taking steps forward even at the last animated film while introducing Light Fury to give a reason for Toothless to move on away from Hiccup, and Hiccup's relationship with Astrid was developing as well. It seemed like the right way to not fully end the storyline, but kind of give it a more solid conclusion and wrap up this trilogy. And I thought there were some adorable moments between Light Fury and Toothless. I thought the villain side with Grimmel was pretty weak, didn't add so much intensity to the film, seemed a little bit familiar at times, but it is a solid animation film with a lot of emotional moments within here, especially when you look at Toothless and Hiccup's relationship and seeing that it's coming to an end within this trilogy, but you still admire all of the moments between the two. Furthering Hiccup as a leader and his personal life, that was all really great within this film. A great animated film. I think the villain side of it all is the reason that it's towards the end of this list. Coming in second place, How to Train Your Dragon, the first animated film. I loved it. I loved the slow buildup of that relationship between Toothless and Hiccup. That cinematic moment of them trusting each other, taking flight. With the score, it's absolutely perfect. I love all the minor characters in here as well, seeing them train and try and become a top dragon slayer, but also that relationship between Stoic and Hiccup, that it's hot and cold at times, but we're trying to have a more common understanding and just have that growth. But there's so many likable characters in here, and it has this nice natural progression of understanding Hiccup, that he is weaker than others, but he wants to prove himself even to his father, and I like that about the storyline. But then you throw in Toothless, who's considered to be like the most fierce dragon out there, and then you have Hiccup, who's considered to be like the weakest person in their village. So pairing them together, very different, but I love that they've developed a solid relationship between the two. A lot of world building within this movie and its sequels as well, understanding dragons and the community and caring for them as well. It's a solid way to start off the franchise with a beautifully animated film. But coming in first place, How to Train Your Dragon 2, just expanding on the characters, introducing new characters like Hiccup's mother, voiced by Cate Blanchett, introducing more, exploring more of the dragons and more of Toothless as well. There are some really thrilling sequences. They're not afraid to take risks with even killing off Stoic within this film. The big dragons in here, a lot of action pack sequences, building the lore of the dragons and the villain within the film, giving some backstory to all the characters. This is the one I felt like there was the most at stake, the most emotion to it. The characters now have a stronger relationships, especially with like Hiccup and Toothless and Hiccup and Astrid. Everything just seems stronger and more put together this time around, but then you're able to introduce new things, not sacrificing the foundation of that original film. It's just adding more things to make it even better. I really like the second one, that they were not afraid to take risks. There's a lot of emotional moments within this film, but the relationships still work and are still solid throughout. I'm excited to see the remake of the second film and how it pairs with that animated film, because there's some really cool moments, especially with some of the bigger dragons and the dragons living on Berk. There could be some really cool visuals in that remake, so I'm really excited to see that in 2027. But for right now, How to Train Your Dragon 2, the animated film, is the best one in the franchise. So there you guys have it, all 4 How to Train Your Dragon films ranked worst to best. How would you rank them? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.